And I have Shamir Peshewa with me. How you doing?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
Good, good. Always fun to talk. Always. Um, I definitely enjoy it. We always laugh and have a good time. So
I'm back have fun. I'm going home.
yeah, right.
And home, there's not much of a drive.
Yeah, and like I said before, one of these days I'll learn how to schedule something and then write it down properly.
How
So
do you have a guest? So I was like, oh, the show's at 7. I'll go on at 7:30. Because literally, I didn't even shower from jujitsu. You know how gross that is?
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right. Yeah. So
Change clothes. I know there's no smelling here, but I did change clothes.
okay. So you had a fight this weekend, right? And
Had.
something happened. So
Yep.
that,
So we cut weight.
yeah,
We we did a diet for a little while that didn't work. We had, a lot of things to overcome. We were doing really good, and all of a sudden they say that she pulled out.
jeez.
So this is not the first time this has happened to me. This won't be the last time this happens to me or anyone else for that matter. But I'm kind of at peace with it at this point. Um, Over the weekend, I was obviously sad. I've sold like 60, 70 tickets. So that's a bummer.
Right.
So we have a grappling match. So better than nothing.
Yeah.
Grappling, obviously, I'm not trying to be, you know, um, a world champion in jiu-jitsu at this point, in my life. But we do have a grappling match. So I'm very thankful to have that, to still have a chance to compete. And one of the cool upside to it is I get to fight early, which is something that I've never done. Um, my amateur debut was the featured fight of the night, so I've never fought early. I've always been like the last amateur fight
Mm-hmm.
before the pros or featured fight of the pro or co-main or main. I have never gotten to fight early. I don't get to see my fans until after the fight. I usually do sell upwards of 100 tickets, so
Right.
people there who come out to see me, and I love to go and thank them for coming. It's a big deal to me that if I don't get to thank you in person, that I make it up to you, because it does. It means a lot to me that people would come out and support. So I'm going to get to go right after the amateur fight. So there's only 3 amateur fights.
Nice.
So I actually get to like go and talk to people and interact with the fans while fights are happening. I might be cornering the other KMA fights. I'm
Nice.
like pro corner as well, along with all my other certifications. I'm pretty much. I think at this point I'm certified to do everything but time keep. So that's that's the only thing I haven't ever done.
Yeah,
Um,
that's something I'll never get certified to do because I don't understand time apparently.
this wood thing, and it's like ding, that crap. It's weird.
Yeah. I'd be like two
It's
seconds
weird.
late and just yeah, crazy. But yeah, so that's the dark side of it, unfortunately. So I don't want to dwell on. I didn't mean to like bring that up negative,
No,
but I
I'm
brought it
glad
up
that you.
because I knew you would, explain it and you're just always so positive and that's why I brought it up. I knew that it wouldn't be a huge
I
thing.
have to trust that this is how it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Uh, God's never led me wrong before, even if I thought it was going wrong. I have I don't want to use the word unshakable. I'm not, I don't really know the word that I would use. It's really hard to rock me from my faith. It's really hard to, I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I know where I am in 5 years. I know I'm in this sport. I know I'm doing something with this sport in 5 years. I know that this is part of the reason I'm here on this earth is to promote and to bring awareness.
Oh, I lost you for a second. That's all right. We'll get her
For
back.
the size
There you go.
it's calling me right now. Can you see that? Does that come up on your side?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
totally
you're
threw me
you're
off.
you're back. You're back.
Okay, somebody called me really randomly, so sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
But it's hard to uh, get me to not believe. Um,
Yeah.
so there's not a lot that somebody, if you can, you think about injuries I've had, thinking about setbacks I've had. There's not a lot that could ever set me back in thinking that I'm not going to continue going forward
Yeah.
or continue moving forward in the sport. So if it's a grappling match, if it's a grappling match. If it's
Yeah.
nothing, it's nothing. Um, that's just, I used to get pretty upset about it.
Mhm.
One time we had like 6 people. Oh, Storm's going to come say hi. One time we had like 6 people back out. It's just the way of the road.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it goes. And if you're only in this sport for the highs, you're never going to last.
No.
Um, there are so many lows in competing and lows in trying to become something better than you are. Um, it's impossible. I got a chance to try out a diet since we had time. I got a chance to lean out. I got a chance to trust the process when it was hard. I
Yeah.
mean, there's been a lot of good, really good things in this camp, um, and I'm thankful for them.
Yeah.
I got to meet some people who had randomly come and see me off Instagram um, from the last fight. I actually got to go meet them and sell them tickets to this fight, and actually like hear a little bit of their story and hear like why they loved it so much, and hear that it was a part of like their date nights and they're like courting, so to speak. It was like going to MMA fights and watching UFC, and that
That's
was cool. I
perfect.
like hearing like why people want to be involved.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Now, from what I know about you and everything, yeah, I think unshakable is a great word, and just how we've talked before, and like I said, meeting you in person and all that stuff, you definitely have a lot going on. Now, maybe, like you said, maybe you need this grappling match. You know what I mean? Maybe this is what it is. And also, for what it's worth, um, you look great. You look,
Thank you.
yeah, you look in incredible shape. So, what was this new diet that you did? Was it successful? Something you're going to do again?
No,
No.
actually, it was a disaster. But I stuck to it. I was like, I'm doing the thing. You want me to do the thing? I'm doing the thing, and it didn't work. Um, and we finally figured out something that would work, and the weight started just pouring off. And
Yeah.
we knew it was working. We knew that I was changing, but I wasn't seeing a scale result, which is the only thing that matters.
Hmm.
I am, you know, people want to say like, oh, it doesn't matter, or it's not as big of a deal. I am a 32-year-old female with a lot of muscle. It makes a difference. Um, these people who are like 23, 22 years old, they're cutting weight really easily. They don't, and they're small, um, petite even, and they don't,
Right.
you hear about it's harder to get weight off of these bigger girls, and I'm not petite. I'm not, I might be shorter, but I'm not even that short. So it's it's hard sometimes to trust the process when you're not seeing the results that you want. And that's where that faith comes in. I just have to believe and have to see it in the future. I just say, no, when I step on that scale, I'm 145. When I step on that scale, I'm 145. Whatever it takes, I've weight cut it for 2 days before.
Hmm.
I've sauna it every day before. I mean, like, whatever it takes,
Yeah.
will do.
Hmm.
So right now I have like 5 pounds to go, so I'm golden. But this, we were doing really well. I actually got to eat a little bit more this weekend after we
Nice.
found out that it was at 50 instead of 45.
Hmm.
So that was a little bit nice. But I'm back to my egg whites and spinach and
Yeah.
protein shakes. I mean, it's too close to like eat more. And by eating more on the weekend, I mean like I actually got like chicken and fish, but that stuff
Right.
holds weight.
Hmm.
It all weighs something. Everything you put in your body weighs something.
Right. Right.
So, um, so it's hard sometimes to trust, and you see people all the time, not trust,
Hmm.
and that's that takes no physical energy. All that takes is like you doing what you're supposed to do, and that comes down to like work ethic. That comes down to like morality in a way to me. Like,
Right.
are you doing what you're supposed to do? If you tell me to eat 2 pieces of broccoli and a pea, that's what I'm eating. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. That's not my job. My job is to do what you tell me to do, and I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a weight cut specialist. I'm not any of those things. So I do what I'm told, and whether it works or not, I report what works and what doesn't work, and ups and downs, and I keep moving forward. But we've definitely figured out what doesn't work during this camp, which is important too. If it's working for other people at the gym and it didn't work for somebody else, we wouldn't have anything to compare it to. Now we know it didn't work for one person,
Right.
so maybe it doesn't. Not everything's going to work for everyone, but we had so much time. This was like a 7-week camp. This is one of
Okay.
the longer camps I've ever had. We knew about this fight pretty early, and I was able to, try out some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So very thankful for that part of the process, and I think it's good for other fighters and other, like my clients. They see you go through this process and it's not working, and you just keep doing it until they tell you to go through a different process, and it's important for them to see. Like sometimes my clients are like, "Oh my gosh, you're a human." I'm like, yeah, but I'm finally starting to look like I felt and looked before my surgery in March.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back to where I feel pretty good about my physique. There for a little while it was hard because you're used to looking a certain way,
Right.
and I was just a lot fluffier. So, and it wasn't from eating crap. I mean, I was only having one cheat meal a week still because I didn't want to gain a lot of weight.
Right.
I only gained 8 pounds from surgery to being able to like get back. So it's not a lot, and like that much time of having someone who's working out 3 or 4 times a day to having someone who's working out no times a day.
Right.
So it's been a good process to get back to where I want to be. I have a fight on January 19th as well.
Okay.
So
that's good.
it's right around the corner. It's not far away. It's it's something to keep you going.
Yeah,
And I'm not in any way looking past my opponent this weekend. She's a really great grappler. Her thing is jiu-jitsu. So I'm not looking past that at all. I'll be there giving my best every moment. We do know that we have a fight in January.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I mean,
Look at this.
yeah, October is pretty much over.
Yeah.
And
my birthday's in November, so
yeah,
I'm kind of excited. I haven't gotten to enjoy my birthday in a couple of years.
well, you deserve it. You deserve it. Yeah, January. I mean, January is going to be here in no time. This time of the year just goes into overdrive. But so Jason says if she does what she's told, then tell her my bird cages need cleaned pronto.
Well, Jason, I do what Taylor tells me to do. When you're teaching class, Jason, I'll do it. If we, for some reason, are teaching class, which Jason?
Your manager.
No, I'm not cleaning your bird cages. That's like an 8-hour drive. And I do what he tells me to do, too. I thought he meant Jason King for some reason. I was like, wait, Jason has birds?
Yeah, he just went out and got some. No. Yeah. So I and he says boo.
It's like an 8-hour drive to clean bird cages. Come on.
It'd only be like an hour and a half flight, though. If you think about it.
Yeah, that's an expensive bird nanny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So all right. So we got. Let's spruce this up a little bit. I don't want to force you to keep having to relive this. It is
birdcage cleaning, or
yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's move on to birdcage. I'm just kidding. So it happens, and you mentioned you only got 5 pounds to go. I mean that's great for Monday of fight week. I mean, that's awesome, and it definitely seems like you learned a whole lot of stuff, and
Hmm.
that
And
is.
we would have, if we kept going and didn't eat like fish and chicken on the weekend, even if we were going to 45, I would
Hmm.
probably have about 8 pounds.
Okay.
So I gained about 2 pounds back eating uh, regular healthy meals this Saturday and Sunday. And then I've gone back to what we were doing that made us drop the weight, just so I don't. Sometimes you start introducing things to your body's like, oh, I'm going to hold on to this now because I haven't got to have it.
Right.
So it's too close for all that. So I was 155 4, 55 6, something like that this morning. So definitely close
Yeah.
to where we need to be. Even if it was 45, I'd be on target, you know.
Yeah, you're in pretty good shape.
Um, mhm. Not going to cut much.
Yeah.
So with water manipulation, I won't have to cut too much
Hmm.
um, on Thursday, if any at all.
Right.
I don't know if I'll wake up on weight or not. We'll see. I usually update update the world. So
Right. Definitely, and you should. You should. Yeah, so that's a lot of effort. So at least you got something coming out of this, and a lot of teammates are fighting too. So I'm very very excited about this card. This will be on Flow, right? Flow Combat.
it will not
No.
actually. The guy who films for us films for other films for Valor, films for other promotions as well, and they had it was a double booking.
Oh no.
Um, Eric's not a huge fan of fighting in December unless it's like a really good opportunity. So he tries to not fight there. So when October was kind of sneaking up, you know, we were in September. I was like, I might not fight in this the rest of this year, and that's okay. But I knew if it wasn't November, it'd be January. So, um, you know, there's not a lot of promotions with cards around Christmas. That's
Right.
just kind of a lot of people don't do it. I fought the day after Thanksgiving before. That was not fun.
Oh, I bet.
It
That
was
that, that that's like
not fun.
torturing yourself.
It was. I was. I That was the only Thanksgiving I've ever spent by myself. I watched Talladega Nights and Step Brothers and Gurren Lagann, and I have like this ritual of movies and TV shows that I watch every fight camp,
Hmm.
and it's been going since my second fight, so I haven't messed with it. Um,
I don't blame you.
Rocky.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
there's like certain movies that I watch every time, certain TV shows. Um, so that's what I did that day. I just like marathoned it all day, and my roommate at the time, she was like, "Are you sure you don't want me to bring you a plate and put it in the fridge or something?" I was like, "No, I don't even want to see it."
Right.
So that year, um, Eric and his family had like a after Thanksgiving, which was really cool.
Yeah.
They've done that a couple years when people are fighting. We'll do like Thanksgiving like the next weekend,
That's
so you still
awesome.
get it.
That's
So
awesome.
they a lot of times people don't understand this, but Eric eats the same thing Vince is eating when they're cutting weight at the UFC. Like he is eating. The only time I eat when I'm cutting weight off of somebody is if I'm responsible for driving them. If I'm not responsible for driving them, I will not eat and I will not drink just with my teammate because it's always better to like suffer together than
Right.
to suffer alone. Um, so uh, weight cutting, it'll be interesting. I think I'll actually do the sauna this time. I usually do the bath. I think I'll do the sauna if it's only a couple pounds because I feel like I could get in there and sweat it out and be done.
Yep.
Um, Usually I have a lot more to go, so kind of looking forward to not having to sit
Yeah.
in the
Just
sauna.
kind of just kind of chilling. Well,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
chilling because it'll be hot, but you know,
Well, yeah. I don't like the cold.
I love
I
it
I hate the
because
cold.
I'm insane.
It's like 60 down here, and I'm like, oh my god, it's winter. I'm not made for it.
That I just I don't like walking outside and being blasted in the face with heat. So and I know people feel that way about the cold, but Yeah,
Yeah.
I just can't stand it. Well, I'm
If it was
also,
like 90, 100 degrees every day, I would be so
oh
happy.
my God, I would die. I'm also not an outdoorsy person, so I think that's why I'm okay with the winter because it's people want to do crap when it's warm, but they don't want to do crap when it's cold. So I'm like, I don't have to do crap now, so I can just kind of
True.
exist. So I think
I
I
can
think
sit
it's
at
more of
home.
a it's an introvert thing more than anything. I
That's
think
fair.
maybe. Yeah. So
A lot of people think that I am extremely extroverted because of branding myself.
right.
And a lot of the times I'm sitting right here at home playing video games or reading or meditating or meal prepping or coming up with people's workout plans or, like whatever I'm doing. But a lot of times I'm at home. There's a couple of events I always go to. This Halloween party this last weekend, I always go to it. It's like an annual thing.
Hmm.
So even if I'm cutting weight, I'll still go. Last year, I was cutting weight when they had it, and I brought chicken, and we grilled the chicken because I was still eating like chicken and spinach at that point.
Hmm.
It was a little bit further out, and um, everybody is really supportive because they know that this is what I do. And there's not a lot of times where you can go out and people are not like, "Are you sure you don't want this brownie? Are you sure you don't want this?" Everybody
Right.
at this party knows, and it's my friends Ryan and Susan, and they're always so supportive of it. Um, he's always like he makes this like Vietnamese pork, and he's like, I didn't even on Saturday. He was like, I cooked this instead of the meatballs because I'll tell you the meatball story in just a second.
Nice. I got to
He's
hear
like,
the
because I thought
meatballs.
maybe you could eat it, and I was like, I can't eat it, but I thank you so much. That means a lot to me that they would. So the first year I went to this party, I didn't really know anyone, and these are all like PhD people and like super smart
Oh
people, and
wow.
I'm backwoods Indian girl, like,
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to
and I
do.
am. And I'm there, and I wore a Captain America, like, it looks like a swimsuit. And I was like, why did I wear this? Everyone's like, what is this girl doing here? And everybody was super nice. It was my perspective, not actually what was happening.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I was super awkward. I was like super nervous. And I was like, oh, I don't know any of these people. They're talking about like quantum physics and star explosions, and I don't even know. So I went over, and there's like this crock pot full of meatballs. And I'm like, I'm just gonna stand over here and eat these meatballs. And there was a guy beside me who he was kind of awkward, and I was like, I'm gonna stand next to you, buddy, because I don't think you're gonna talk to me. So we stood there, and I ate like 37 meatballs.
Oh my God.
I know, I know, I know. And so that's why he was like, I didn't make the meatballs because he knows I love them. But I was super nervous. And then, I ended up talking to people as the night went on because I was not drinking because I was in fight camp. That's probably my one thing I do. I love, I love to have a drink every now and again.
Hmm.
And I don't do it while I'm in fight camp, no matter if it's 7 weeks, no matter if it's 3 weeks, no matter if it's 6 months. I just don't do it. Um, but I like to have some tequila or some whiskey or some mezcal. Like I like to have a good glass of alcohol sometimes. Not much of a beer drinker. I do like some craft beers, some sour beers, but not like a Miller Lite or like Budweiser kind of person.
Hmm.
Um, so I wasn't drinking, so I wasn't very sociable. I was just really awkward because I didn't know anyone. So a lot of times people think like, oh, you're Shamir, you're going to talk to everyone. And I'm like, most of the time, I talk to everyone because when I go somewhere, I have something I'm doing.
Right.
Like, I'll come in and be like, hi, I'm Shamir, nice to meet you. And I'm talking to people because I've been asked to be there,
Right.
or like, I'm coming there for a reason, like to put up a poster or to meet people or to network. But if it's just me hanging out, I'm like, hi. So it's not, it's definitely a different perception. I try to be more transparent about that now because I've had a lot of younger females and males message me and they're like, I want to be extroverted like you. I wish I could just come up and talk to people. And I'm like, dude, that's totally a thing that I started doing and it started working.
Yeah.
That's not who I started out to be. I actually stuttered when I was like a teenager. Um,
There you go.
So I had a harder time talking to people when I was younger. It was super awkward. Um, now I always tell those people, I'm like, just find something.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's like a T-shirt, some headphones, like find something that you can talk to someone about and force yourself to, because it's not going to be comfortable.
Right.
It's not fun trying to be like, hey, do you want to be my friend as an adult? Like how do you make friends as an adult? We have this conversation a lot because it's if you don't go to a church and you don't go to like a friend's party, how do you meet people? And not like the date, but like
Right.
how do you meet friends? Like it's super hard. It's super awkward.
Yeah.
And you just message someone like, hey, do you want to hang out? But not like in some weird romantic way, but just like, do you want to hang out and go see a movie or something? Like that's hard as an adult.
Yeah, it is.
And I can, it's hard as a teenager, but I can relate a lot to that. And usually they're pretty blown away. So I've tried to be more transparent about that recently because it's becoming more and more of a thing. People will be like, you're so friendly and you're so outgoing. And I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, is that what people think? So I really appreciate that feedback and appreciate people reaching out. So I can at least tell them like, no, that's something I started doing. You can do it too. You just have to like force yourself to because it's
Yeah.
super uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I mean, it's I can relate to that. And you're talking about beer, right? So, I don't like it either. I don't know why anyone likes it. I think it's crazy. So I went somewhere about a month and a half ago, and I get this whatever, this beer, and this guy that I know is like, oh, so you like IPAs? I'm like, I don't even know what an IPA is. I said it all tastes like crap. I got it because this guy told me to get it. So I
Yeah,
did. I don't know the difference. So yeah, I'm not big into that stuff.
and
But the girlier the
the
drink,
IPAs are like hoppy.
okay. Well,
Like
there
they
you
kind
go.
of taste like hops, which is, I think you have to have like the taste for it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think that
this
you
was
have to
like
like like.
it was like a citrus based, so it was pretty decent. But it was still disgusting. The initial taste was good, but then the aftertaste is like, oh, this is beer. There's literally nothing special here. It's disgusting.
I'm super obsessed with like these sour beers.
Mhm.
Um, we live really close to Asheville, which is one of like the bigger like craft beer places around.
Mhm.
So it's only about an hour and a half away, and they have a brewery there called Wicked Weed, and it's beer, but it's not beer. It
Okay.
tastes like it tastes like lemonade or grapefruits or
Oh wow.
like it's honeysuckles. I mean, like just I can't even describe it. It's
Mhm.
beer, but not beer.
Okay.
And they have actually some dark beers that I really like as well because there's a lot of different flavors. It's not like just oh here's a whole bunch of malt or oh here's a whole bunch of hops or like no flavor at all. So I do like beer, but it has to be different types of beer, definitely. But if I was choosing, I would probably choose uh, to drink whiskey or tequila.
Okay.
Uh, I'm the kind of person I'll walk into a bar, I'll get a glass of either of those things and a glass of water, and that's pretty much what I sip on.
Mhm.
Um, I don't like sugar very much. I actually don't eat a lot of like sugary things. I never have.
Mhm.
I'm more of like a salty, savory person.
Okay.
So like you were talking about like pineapple on pizza,
Ugh.
right? I know it's a big debate. I love pineapple on pizza. I know that makes you hate me a little bit, but it's just good. I worked at Papa John's for a long time,
Yeah.
and I would take the chicken nuggets that they have, like
Mhm.
the chicken strips, and cut them up and like make like I put the tomato sauce on it, and then I put the chicken on it, and then I put the cheese over it. Then I put jalapenos and pineapple. I'm just telling you, absolutely amazing.
I'd be willing to try it. See, that's the thing. I will at least try stuff. And talking about drinks, the more frou frou the drink, the better. Like I'm that guy. I need a girly drink, or else I'm not
That's
interested.
okay,
Yeah.
and that's completely okay. I've never like understood why people judge people for what they like to
I know
drink.
it doesn't make any
I'm like,
sense.
okay, so I'm this or I'm that because I like the taste of something.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
No. It's like, well, you know what? You're drinking what tastes like pee because you are uncomfortable with yourself, and I'm drinking this delicious, fruity based whatever. I don't even know what it is, but it looked cool, and I pointed at it and I told him, give me one. And that's how it worked. So,
We were at Wilderness of the Smokies, and it's like this water park, right? And
mm-hmm.
there's all age people there, but there's like little kids, there's adults, there's teenagers. You know, like it's during the summer. It's up there in Pigeon Forge. So me
Mm-hmm.
and Caleb are there, and they have a bar, and I was like, dude, let's drink some of these fruity drinks and go ride these like water rides, right? Like, sounds like a great idea.
Right?
Well, they tasted like a Jolly Rancher.
Mm-hmm.
So they were delicious, but they were also like the size of my head.
Oh my
And
God.
I was like, what am I gonna? I was like, I just convinced him to drink up here at Wilderness of the Smokies. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drink this thing. So I got it. I got it taken care of, but it was it was super hard. It was a really big drink, and it was super sugary. I was like, I get hyper like a little kid.
That's
I'll get
funny.
so hyper, and then I'll crash. So I'm not as much fun. I'll just be like, "Wah!" And I'm like, okay, he's ready for a nap. So
That's ours. Yeah, that's
so cute.
that's our dog.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh, it looks so fluffy.
he's incredibly fluffy right now.
Here's this dog. You want to see her, Baby Storm?
Yeah, look,
She's
this is a
asleep.
highly professional MMA show, as you
Yeah,
can
no,
tell.
we're
Um,
that's, I will hold this puppy, kiss it, and then I will beat the crap out of some lady. That is a guaranteed thing.
yeah, so this thing right here, he's a Bishapoo, which is
Aw.
ridiculous. He's 8 months old, about 7.5 pounds.
Ooh.
He just kicked over my mic, and
Well, you know, he's a puppy.
and his name is Moose, and
He's so cute.
he'll probably be 9 to 10 pounds, maybe. So
Baby Storm, even though she looks very small, she's 12 pounds. She's solid.
yeah,
She's a Frenchton, so she's a mix between a French Bulldog and a Boston Terrier.
hmm
And she will probably be about 14 to 18 pounds.
that's
So
perfect
I have a
size.
little,
Perfect size.
yeah, I fell in love with this breed. My old roommate, she has one, and I loved him. I was like, this is great because I like terriers. I like pit bulls. I had a pit bull for a long time, and it's hard to find that spunky personality in a little dog.
Oh yeah,
Um, and they're like a mini. A friend of mine was like, dude, Boston Terriers are like mini pit bulls, and I'm like, no. But I totally see where people are coming from
oh
now.
yeah,
Having her, but I'm smitten by her. I buy her little coats all the time. She won a costume contest the other day. She's doing real good.
yeah. Those are great dogs. Great dogs. Yeah, you know, we got this because he doesn't shed or anything, so that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Which
that's
are you allergic to dogs, or is she allergic to dogs?
no. Her mom was. So
Hey, you got to be super careful with things like that, you know,
yeah,
like, and I can imagine like if you weren't able to have a dog, you know, like that would suck,
yeah,
you know, and that thing is so cute. It looks so fluffy. How
yeah.
soft is it?
He is incredibly fluffy. He's due
I
for some grooming.
I love textures. I'm a big texture person.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, let me fill that one up.
All right. Well, like I said, I feel bad for messing up the time
No,
and
it's okay.
making everything rushed, but this was an awesome conversation because it was just open and fun, like it always is. So I appreciate it. I love talking to you for many reasons, but those two reasons especially. So it's always
I
a good
just try
time.
to let it go with the flow and answer any questions. And
Yeah, yeah. Well, tell Caleb good luck with the Fortnite.
yeah, he's in there.
So, Um,
He's got his headphones on. He's like, I might be loud. I'm like,
yeah. Hey, would you care
he
if
won't
you
hear.
remember to let me know how the match goes this weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm actually going to. People are filming it.
Mm-hmm.
It will be Facebook Live.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect.
so it should be on my page. I don't have an athlete page, so just for people in general, you can follow the personal page. I don't have an athlete page at this point. I don't know
Okay.
that I'm going to make one. There's pros and cons to it. So the algorithms are a lot different. They're like business pages.
Right.
So follow my personal page.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of people following it. It's maxed out on friends. Just keep following it.
Okay.
Um, and it'll be on there. Everything that I post is public on there.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
that's usually like the first place it'll go. And there's going to be people tagging me in the video and sharing the video, I'm sure. So
Okay.
it'll be out there. I'll definitely let you know how it goes. Like I said, it's going to be right after the amateur fights. So there's 3 amateur fights and an intermission, then my grappling match and all the pro fights. So
Okay.
um,
Perfect.
should be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I'll keep an eye on it then, and good luck and thank you so much. Like I said, I'm sorry about the time again.
No, it's
But I
okay. Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I really appreciate coming on.
Oh yeah, always, always. So we'll be keeping an eye out for January. But good luck this weekend. I know you're gonna do really well. Do your thing, and you'll be good to go.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was Shamir Peshewa. Always fun talking with Shamir. One of my favorite people. I feel very blessed to know her and to be able to talk with her. So thank you again, Shamir, for coming on. Good luck this weekend. This week we have a couple interviews lined up, talking to Jamie Henshaw, who's defending next week against Katie Saul with King of the Cage. So that's a huge fight. So we'll be talking to both of them. We'll have Katie on Sunday. Jamie should be on Wednesday. So with that said, that is it for me tonight. So everybody have a good night, and we'll see you in a couple days.